and welcome to everybody on Cloud Fitness. So in today's video, we are going to see how we can enable system tables in Unity Catalog. So system tables, when you talk about them, there is a specific reason I'm making this video first. And after that, I'm going to make a video on the cost observability dashboard, which is going to use these system tables. So when you talk about system tables, they are Databricks hosted analytical store of your accounts operational data. So when you talk about these system tables, just like in the database, right, we have system tables. Similarly, whenever you have enabled your workspace in the Databricks for Unity Catalog, that is when these system tables comes into picture. These system tables will hold all your data, about your jobs, about your clusters, what all is the operation level data which is available from your workspace itself that will be held by the system tables. System tables can be used for historical observability across your account. So of course they have some data which tells you about your Databricks workspace itself, your clusters, your jobs. In the similar way, these tables can actually be used to observe the cost over a period of time, and in fact multiple things. Now how it can be used to monitor the cost over a period of time, that I'm going to put in the next video, but in this video I'm going to show you how to enable it. So if I go back to my Databricks workspace, you will actually see that this is how a workspace looks like. Now it's a Unity Catalog enabled workspace. For Unity Catalog, I've already created a separate playlist in case you guys want to understand and watch that out. So if you click on the catalog over here, you will see that by default, whenever you enable your workspace for the Unity Catalog, the system tables will be created, just like a database. Now, if you click on this drop down, right, you will not see this lake flow and this access. You will not see these. You will only see information schema, compute, and billing. You will only see these three, right? The other three I have created. So if you see, you will have these billing related information, compute, and then the information schema. So you can see this billing, right? The list prices, usage. So all that, this is what exactly it is. It is nothing but this is the data set, right? Which is coming by the information from your workspace itself. So you can see this is my account ID, for each SKU. So when did I start? So if you see, what is this SKU? This SKU is nothing but for the cluster. When you use a particular cluster uh, for a specific type of cluster in Azure Cloud, what is the pricing? Okay, what are the discounts that are effective and all? This is kind of a static data. If you look at the specific table list prices, this is a static data. But like this, you can see there's a lot of data that comes in by these system tables. And this data can be utilized in multiple ways. So now if you see, these are the databases that are created inside the system catalog. Now I have not enabled all of them because I wanted to show you guys how to enable it. So if you go, and even if you go to this Databricks documentation, so you will see these things in details, right? To access system tables, your workspace must be enabled for Unity Catalog. That's the first requirement, okay? And of course, it doesn't work with the AWS government cloud regions. Apart from that, which system tables are available, right? Only few are available by default. Apart from that, if you see, let's say system.billing.usage table, system.billing.list prices, this is what we have, right? A historical log of SKU pricing. A record gets added each time when there is a change to SKU price, right? Now, similarly, this cluster, slowly changing dimension table that contains the full history of compute configuration over a time for any cluster. Now this is coming from your workspace. Similarly, node timeline, capture the utilization metrics of all purpose and job compute resources. So like this, there are n number of system tables that you guys can enable. Now what are these? This is all mentioned over here. Now how to enable it? Let's go there, how to enable it. Now, if you see, what I'm going to do is I'm directly going to go to my command prompt in my system. To enable this, first of all, you need to have admin privileges on your workspace. That's the first requirement. Without that, you'll not be able to. Apart from that, if you go here, the very first thing that you'll do here is I'll do it. For example, the settings. You'll go here and you'll generate a pack token. So it's an access token, right? So let me click on manage and let me say generate a token. Let me generate it for 1 day, and let's say test generate. And then let me just copy this pack token that I have generated. It's valid for 1 day. And then this is the command, and I'll just change my pad token to what I have. So now the moment I do this, so what will happen is now this command I can paste it in the description, and apart from that you can also get it from this page over here. So you can see you already have this command. Okay, so this is the exact command that I'm also using to generate the pad token. I can paste it in the chat as well. So if you see my command curl minus v, and then you see I'm giving here the token to access my workspace, and then I'm giving the details of my workspace. Let me go back and check whether the details are correct. So this is what my workspace looks like, 1001. This is my workspace entire details, and then this is the same that I have pasted here. I have given my workspace URL API 2.1. I think in the documentation they are using 2.0. I have used 2.1 because that is the latest API that you have. I have used 2.1. Unity Catalog Meta Stores, and then you have to capture your Meta Store ID. So now to do that, if I go and click on the catalog, and there's a meta store over here. If you guys have not watched my Unity catalog playlist, I do recommend watching it, because that is when you understand this account console. Okay, this is all coming from Unity Catalog, which is a completely separate topic. So if I come here, you can actually see there's an organization name, and this part is nothing but this is my Metastore ID. This is nothing but this is my Metastore ID. So now if I go and if I think it's the same. Okay, so it's the same. So this is my Metastore ID that I have put over here. You can see this is the place where you have to replace your Metastore ID and the system schemas, and then you have to name the schema that you want to create. Okay, so let's say compute. I don't have compute schema over here. Let me go to the catalog and let me go to system. And do I have compute? Yes, I have compute. So let me choose something else. There are other catalogs as well. So let me say I want to use note type. No, okay, compute is already a note type is a table. Let me check another one. Let's say marketplace. I don't have marketplace, so let me just copy marketplace and paste it here and copy this command. This is the entire command that I have now, and I will simply run it on my command prompt. So now you can actually see what has exactly happened. After I put that command, you can see it has returned HTTP 200. 200 is the status OK, means it has been created. So now if I go back to Catalog Explorer, you can refresh it and you can see this marketplace is available. So inside the marketplace, you will see all the tables that are available within this particular database or schema is available. Similarly, if you want to add any other, let's say storage, I don't know whether it's available for me or not. No, it's not available. So let me create the storage. Instead of marketplace, I'll just simply put storage. I'll copy it, and then again I'll paste this command over here. Let me just recopy it. I think it didn't get copied. Here you go, and then paste it, enter. So now you can see again what has happened is it's still waiting. So now you can see that it has given me 200 OK status. So it has actually executed it. Okay, 200. Whenever you're getting 200 OK status means it's successfully executed. So let me go back to the system tables and see whether my storage schema has been created or not. And here you go, you can see that the storage schema has been created. So these are all system tables. Now you can use it in multiple ways. So if you go to this, you can also see what is this schema all about. So if I go, you can see track the operation history of predictive optimizations feature. So now this predictive optimization is a new feature which is under public preview. Predictive optimization also you can go back and check it on the feature enablement section actually. So if you see this predictive optimization is there, uh, Databricks intelligently optimizes your Unity Catalog managed tables for performance and cost effectiveness. So it automatically optimizes it, so you don't need to optimize it. So that's why that predictive optimization schema, what it will do, it will capture the details related to this. So that is how it is. Lake flow, for example. So lake flow is very much related to the cost. So if you go, you will see the system lake flow. These are all each and every table. Okay, that is there. So tracks the start and the end time and compute resources used for each job task. So this lake flow table is nothing but it is specifically used for the costing part of it. For your each job, how much time it is taking for the costing part, it basically takes care of that. Compute is specifically used to calculate the costs related to your computes. So these are this is all about your system tables. I hope you like this video, you understood this, and the next section we are going to use the system tables itself to check how we can optimize the cost, or how we can not optimize the cost, but basically how we can monitor the costs over the dashboards. So thank you so much for being till here. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.